Hello and welcome to another episode of the Modern Practical Guide to a Positive Full Life Now, aka the Selfish Guide. With your host, me, your go to friend. Today we're going to be talking about time. Now, time is just massive. And I talk about it a lot, and it's always a big issue with a lot of people. So we're just going to address it head on. It's it's not easy, but the more you think about it, it's something that is very, very big, very, very heavy, but very, very simple at the same time. Um, and let me tell you right now that the whole point of time is now, that time is a construct by us as a tool to help us live life. And so I think what happens a lot of times is we let that tool run our lives instead of using it to help us control our lives or make it what we want it to be. You know, you can't control everything in your life, but you can definitely control the things, a lot of things, and you can definitely make it so that you're doing life the way you want to do it. Um, I'll start off by saying you can do pretty much anything you want. You just have to be willing to put in the time and the work. It seems very simple, but it's true. Um, I'm going to break down this video into three parts, and the past, the future, and the present, and they're going to be in sections, and they're going to be put in sections similar to the core program in reference to the inner part of you, the outer, and then your interaction with others. Um, Again, time is just a really, it touches everything, and it's so complex. But like I said, after this, you're going to see it's simple. Um, so to break it down, we're pretty much going to be looking at processing the past in reference to the emotions, experiences, the things that you learn um, in through reflection. This is going to help you just be more happy, be not hanging on to the negative emotions, and at the same time learning and becoming better and looking forward to the future. Uh, all this, again, I'm going to say it a lot, but I cannot stress enough. This is the whole point of all this, is to focus on the now. Okay. Um, Now, when it comes to the future, we want to plan. We want to schedule. Now, I say these things, but these can mean different things for you. In essence, it's about having a system in which you can address things and you don't have to keep them in your mind. So many times we're so worried about tomorrow and this and that, but can we do anything about it now? And if we can, then do it. Or if you can't, when schedule to do it, or do some type of system in which you don't have to keep it rattling in there, and then you can really be in the moment. So many times we have all these things in our head, and in reality, if we just address that problem in the past, or write it down in the future for whatever we need to do, or the next step, just a lot of times you're like, okay, this is the goal I want, but there's a million steps in there. All you have to do is be like, okay, well, there's no point in thinking about it right now. What is the next step? Can I do it now? No. When can I do it? Schedule into your calendar, schedule into your whatever system you have, and then you focus on the now. We're pretty much going to be saying that in every single section. um, Now, the most important thing about now is you don't have to wait for it. It is happening right now. You can enjoy it. There's so much things to enjoy. You can enjoy your anger, your frustration even, but you can be in the moment. It's like if you're just always taking pictures or video, you just miss out on those moments. And sometimes you look back at the picture and you're just like, I don't really remember it. And so you want to live in the moment. That's the whole point. Um, this is going to help you if you develop a system. Now, again, I can't tell you what type of system it is, but you need a system in which you don't have all these dots rattling in your head. I break it down for you in reference to the past and the future, and looking at the future, planning for it, having your goals. And what I do, for example, is have priorities and expectations. So if I want to do X, Y, Z, these are the things that are important that happen, and these are the order of importance. So if I only can hit the first one, that's fine, and this is what my expectation is, and this is realistic considering these past experiences. So I base it on my experiences, and then I move forward, and if I fall on my face, then I learn from it and I adjust my expectations. But I always learn, and I always look forward to trying again, and even if it's scary, I try again. um, so let's just start the video. I know that was a really long explanation, but it's unfortunately necessary considering the subject matter. Now the first part, like I said, it's about the inner, and it's you have to take time and reflect with the inner. And so I say this a lot, but you really do. And if you don't have time, again, this is where time comes in. You need to take the time to reflect. Reflection is like processing. It's like organizing. It's like making a system. It's like, just imagine like email. If it was just, you just couldn't delete, you couldn't move, you just could just see it as it came through, it'd be a disaster, right? And so you need a system to process it, to be like, this is junk, this is deletable, this is actionable right now, this is for later. And you can have a whole complicated system, but you need to reflect to be able to process all those things in your mind, to be able to focus on the now. Now that all happens inside. So, and again, if you don't have the time, then you need to seriously sit down and think, because if you don't have the time to pretty much fuel the machine that is you, then you're going to have much bigger problems and you're not going to be able to continue. So make sure to take the time to reflect, and there's no better time than now. Once you're doing that, you can learn from the past and learn to let it go, learn to process your emotions. Um, but with time, you can also plan. Who do you want to be, 5 years from now? What do you want to be doing 5 years from now, or 1 year from now, or a year from now? Set those goals. Understand what the next step is to get you there, and then understand, again, priorities and expectations in getting there. Is it going to be really difficult? Then you have, realistic expectations. It doesn't mean you don't shoot for the moon. It just means that you understand that that is going to be a very difficult climb, and that's okay. um, the the next one is this whole point. Again, I know I talk about the past and the present in this, but remember, your the whole point of it is so you focus now. You focus on the past so you don't carry it with you and you can be absorbed in the now. You focus on the future so that you don't have to worry about it, and you know it's going to happen. You know you have a system that's going to address it, so you can be in the now. Again, being in the now is really the only way you can live. It's you reflect. You gotta be in the now. Um, you can in the now you can embrace the negative. You can embrace the positive, and you can just be living your life. It's life is short and it's so precious, and we need to just enjoy the moments, and even the painful moments. They're worth living, because the painful moments give so much strength and contrast to the beautiful moments. And if you don't have any pain, then you're not going to really be able to um, see the beauty and the nice things in life. As well as, I really believe that if there was no bad, then you wouldn't really know what good is. It'd be all neutral, really. So there is some value in that negativity. I know I focus a lot in these videos to focus on the positive, but I think it's because the world focuses on the negative way too much. And so I'm trying to contrast that. But in reality, it's a balance. And it's all about focusing on the now. But it really comes down to you. This first section is comes down to be in the now. You need to reflect now. You need to know yourself now, and that doesn't mean you know everything about yourself, but that means you know some. You know who you are at a core, and that doesn't. It's not very difficult. You can do that with a reflection of just an hour. Just be like, who am I? Where do I want to be? What do I do? And if you don't know where to start, look back at the decisions you made in life. Look back at where you are, and that's going to tell you. Um, but that's the inner part. The outer part is doing. It's about, okay, this is who I want to be. These are my goals, and then going out in the world and trying it, and be like, whoa, I wanted this, I wanted that, but it proves that I don't want it. I need this or need that, and that's what you're trying to do. Or you realize, yeah, you suck at that, or but you're not going to focus on it because it's not holding you back, or it is holding you back, and you need to focus on it in a different way so that you can have it stop holding you back. Um, a lot of times this comes into just jumping. Just do it. There's never a better time than now to just do that thing you want to do, learn that thing you want to do, travel, do whatever you want, but do it now. Um, and again, if there's something holding you back, then deal with it so it's no longer holding you back, so you can do it now. And if it's something you have to wait for, then plan for it, schedule it, and make sure you get it done. And when it happens, be in that moment. Um, and stop caring what other people think, right? Like, this whole point is you're doing all this stuff inside to get to this point where you're going on the outside. But you already have the foundation, the support, because you went through it with yourself. When someone tells you, hey, you're not you, you're like, no, no, I know I'm me. I just, I talked to myself just recently. I know who I am. And so that's going to just give you this support and foundation. It's going to help you move forward. So don't second guess yourself. Just go out there and be you. Um, but it is going to be uncomfortable. And again, I talk about it in the videos in reference to growth and everything. But and that's where it comes in a lot. To do and to jump and to act is going to be uncomfortable. And again, it's focusing on the now. Um, Now is the time to figure out what you're doing, what you want to try, and how you can do it better. There's just never a better time. You're you in this moment. There's never a better time than now to go out there and show the world who you are inside, out there in the world. That's pretty much the second section. The last section is about others, and this one's a little trickier. It's harder to explain, but you need to one, stop worrying about what other people think. I know I say that a lot, but it's worth saying again. You also need to understand that those things you want to do. If you reflect and you need to ask for help, then now's the time to ask other people for help. If you reflect and you want to love somebody, it's scary. Unconditional love is what love I like to talk about, because I think it's the only one worth talking about it. But that's loving someone and not expecting them to change or give you anything back, and never really being able to take it back. But if you actively choose that that person has invested enough in their piggy bank with you in their relationship, then you can do that. And instead of it happening just by accident, you can feel empowered. You can choose to change if you want with others, but do it for yourself. But now is the time to figure all that out, right? Now is the time to figure out what type of relationship you want out of that with that person. How can you improve? Not how they can improve, or how we can become better. It's really about you. You only have control over you, and everything you do is not so that. Again, this is a selfish way of looking at it, but you want to change this to make the relationship better, so you get to enjoy the relationship more. Not, I mean, the other person will enjoy it more, believe me, but it's you. If you do it for them, then it's gonna come out wrong. If you do it for you, then it's gonna work. Um, it's just a small difference. And in reference to figuring out what you want to do in life, the purpose of life, that's really about right now going out there and trying things and figuring out what you love to do, and then doing it because you love doing it, not because you like the way other people make you feel when you do it, or because you like the things people give you when you do it. It's about doing it because you love doing it, and you have to start now, because you're only going to learn to love it more. um, Now again, this is so scary. Like before, it was scary just showing your true colors out, but this is not just showing your true colors out there to like this faceless mask. This is about going and being with your family, with your friends, and actually being like, this is who I am. I'm not going to hide it anymore. This is who I'm happy about, and I'm proud of it, and I thought about it a lot, and this is why. And that's that. If you want to still be in a relationship with me, great. If you don't, then I'll be here, you know? And, or if not, be like, well, it's not worth my time, unfortunately. And again, it's a selfish way of looking at life, but life is short. We can't just be friends with people because they're nearby. We want to choose our friends because those people around us are going to be what we become slowly over time. So we want to choose things that we want to emulate. Um, Now, a little side note, that was pretty much it. And again, I know it's really convoluted and with lots of different things, but just remember, the now is what you're striving to get to. The past, the future, emotions, planning, scheduling, looking forward, positive and negative, all that stuff is just it's just tools to get you to the now. And there's different sections or parts to the now. Inside now, now you are outside, the now you are with people. But it's all about, you want to enjoy who you are more. You want to be proud of who you are out there, and you want to enjoy the time you have with others now. And that's what it comes down to, all about now. If you start living this way, you will feel so much more fulfilled. You will have more highs and lows, but overall, it's like saying living your life and never tasting anything with any flavor. That's what we're striving for. We don't want to strive for that. We want to strive for, sometimes it's spicy, sometimes it's, sweet, and you want to taste everything in life, and you want to do it, safely. You don't want to go and have, ghost pepper or something, but you want to have, if you want to try it, hey, you try it. But again, you choose the reflection to try it, and that's your life, and you're going to enjoy it now, and you're going to be in that moment now. So stop holding yourself back. In short, stop making excuses. Just do it now. Life is too short. Don't worry about the future. Um, Figure out a system, plan, set goals, have priorities, have expectations, and forget it. Um, you, it's better to risk trying and falling on your face than never trying at all. Uh, and again, time is a tool that we've created. Use it to your advantage. Don't use it to hold you back. And ultimately, now is all we have. You can look back, if you start thinking of the future, it's nice to think about it, but you're not going to enjoy it. And if you think of the past, that's also sweet and nice. I'm not saying it's bad. But right now, though, all I have is this moment. That is life. And so if you're not living in the moment, then you're missing out. So this goes for everything I say in all my videos always. Is you're striving to be in the now, even if it's just doing something mundane. You're going to enjoy it more. You're going to see how it all connects. And if it really is mundane, then you can reflect. And then you're really going to be in the moment inside yourself, So you can be in the now, and you don't have to be looking and doing things. You can be in the now inside of yourself and reflecting and trying to be who you want to be. And that's it. If you like the video, please forward it along to someone. If you think it might help them, that's why I do it. Follow us on social media at Cultum Vita. It means cultivating life. And that's it. Thanks for watching again. Till next time.